on X today. Now I know y'all wondering, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Now he stated one of the co-founders of the new league is following Caitlin Clark. See the pictures below. This is interesting. So I'm like, let me see.
Follow list you just glimpsed isn't random. When a CEO follows only 1,200 accounts on Instagram, and suddenly 3 of those are Caitlin Clark, her foundation, and Sophie Cunningham, all added in the same 7 days. That's not casual curiosity, that's a calculated move. And the man behind the clicks is Grady Barnett, co-founder of Project B, the Saudi-backed women's basketball league poised to shake the foundations of professional women's basketball. Here's why it matters. Barnett isn't some influencer chasing likes or clout. He's a shrewd strategist assembling a sports empire with resources that make the WNBA look small. And he isn't following these players for fun.
He's not just following. He's not just... This is serious business here, bro. And Caitlin Clark is a recent follow. See, this is a recent. These two are recent, bro. Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. Joelle Lloyd. Now, her signing was announced yesterday. God.
Notice the pattern taking shape. Barnett isn't merely following Caitlin Clark. His Instagram exposes a carefully curated target list. Sophie Cunningham, Joelle Lloyd, Alyssa Thomas. These aren't random names. These are the WNBA's brightest stars, proven winners, and marketing gold, and the timing is deliberate. These follows surfaced right after Project B's official reveal in December 2024. Even before any player has publicly signed, the most revealing detail is the one-sided nature of these connections. Caitlin isn't following Barnett back. Neither is Sophie, nor is anyone else on his radar. That's precisely the playbook in confidential negotiations. Players preserve plausible deniability while executives quietly set the stage.
When it comes to women's basketball, similar to how Caitlin Clark was. When Caitlin Clark came, she was a big splash. That's how this Project B is about to be. It's about to be a splash so big. It's going to fix the Caitlin Clark pipe. It's going to fix the women's basketball because the interest is there. It's just not entertaining to watch. And what is one of the main things that can fix entertainment?
Unpack what Project B truly means. This isn't another half-backed startup destined to vanish after a single season. The league is fueled by the Saudi Public Investment Fund, the very same fund that unleashed LEV Golf, flipping the entire sports economy on its head almost overnight. When LEV Golf started offering guaranteed deals between $50 million and $200 million, PGA Tour players who had spent entire careers earning $5 to $10 million faced impossible choices. Now imagine that same financial upheaval hitting women's basketball. The WNBA's 2025 salary cap tops at $241,000. Caitlin Clark, the league's superstar, selling out arenas coast to coast, earned $76,000 as a rookie. Her 4-year contract peaks around $338,000. Those figures are about to seem trivial.
Believe that this co-founder is about to possibly sign Caitlin Clark. So for all the people saying what they want about Saudi Arabia, but all these different said things, I'm here to tell you, I believe not only Caitlin is going to sign, Sophie is going to sign as well.
B isn't constrained by a collective bargaining agreement. No salary caps, no revenue sharing rules. They can offer whatever the market will bear. And for a player like Caitlin Clark, who draws television ratings rivaling NBA games and outsells every jersey in women's sports history, the market will bear a fortune. Sources indicate Project B is preparing deals in the $5 million to $10 million range for its headline signings. That in perspective, it could make Caitlin Clark one of the highest paid women's basketball players ever, potentially earning more than some entire WNBA rosters combined. But here's the twist. Project B games are scheduled for the WNBA offseason, November through February. Technically, players could do both. The league isn't trying to compete with the WNBA. They're crafting the ultimate offseason destination, replacing overseas leagues in Turkey, Russia, and China, where WNBA stars have traditionally padded their income.
It's currently working out, getting ready for the 2026 season. Now, something that stuck out to me that someone sent me, shout out to the homeboy Mike over at Twitter, is this CEO and co-founder of Project B. This guy right here is a serious businessman. He's not just an internet guy. He's a serious guy and somebody you definitely want to pay.
Look at what happened when Caitlin Clark joined the WNBA in April 2024. Average attendance surged 23%. Television ratings for Indiana Fever games skyrocketed 400%. Her jersey became the fastest-selling in league history. Within 3 days of the draft, the Fever went from half-empty arenas to packed stadiums night after night. Project B knows Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's a cultural force who transcends basketball. Signing her doesn't merely add a skilled guard, it delivers instant credibility, non-stop media coverage, and a fan base that follows her everywhere. And once Caitlin signs, the dominoes fall. Sophie Cunningham becomes more likely to join to play alongside her friend. Legends like Sue Bird or Diana Taurasi could return from retirement for one monumental payday. International stars would leap at the chance. One signature opens the entire market to...
Now, Caitlin Clark, I didn't check to see is Caitlin Clark following him. Let's see. Let's see who's following him. There I go, following him. Let's check Caitlin. No, Caitlin's not following him. Let's do Sophie.
Let's confront the elephant in the room. Saudi Arabia's human rights record, and the storm of controversy any player signing with Project B will face. This is the same criticism LEV Golf endured. Athletes were accused of sports washing, helping Saudi Arabia polish its global image through sports while ignoring the country's restrictions on women's rights, LGBTQ rights, and political dissent. For women's basketball stars, the optics are even more delicate. The WNBA has built its brand as a progressive league championing social justice, LGBTQ equality, and women's empowerment. High-profile players like Breanna Stewart and Brittany Gurrier are openly gay. The league donned Black Lives Matter warm-ups and dedicated the 2020 season to social justice. Now, those very players are being offered life-changing sums by a Saudi-backed league. Tension is undeniable. Can you fight for women's rights while taking millions from a nation where women only gained the right to drive in 2018? Can you stand for LGBTQ equality while playing in a league funded by a government that criminalizes homosexuality? But here's the counter-argument players will make. Why are women's basketball stars held to a higher moral standard than their male counterparts? NBA players have been taking Saudi preseason games and investment for years with barely a whisper of scrutiny. The PGA Tour, after initially condemning LEV Golf, ended up merging and embracing Saudi money. American corporations do billions in business with Saudi Arabia. The double standard is glaring. Male athletes can separate business from politics. They can say, "I'm just playing basketball" or "I'm just playing golf," without answering for every policy of their league's financial backers. So why should Caitlin Clark or Sophie Cunningham be expected to solve Middle Eastern geopolitics before cashing a paycheck? And then there's reality. WNBA players have long played in authoritarian nations. Diana Taurasi earned over $15 million in Ekaterinburg, Russia, more than her entire WNBA career. Brittany Gurrier was literally imprisoned there. They've competed in Turkey, China, and other Middle Eastern nations, often under regimes with troubling human rights records. The only difference now? The money is massive enough to dominate headlines. This is the calculus unfolding behind closed doors. Caitlin Clark is just 22. She's already the most famous women's basketball player in America, possibly the world. Her current WNBA deal will net roughly $338,000 over 4 years. Project B is reportedly preparing an offer worth $10 million or more for just 3 months of work. From a purely financial lens, it isn't even close. $10 million is generational wealth. It secures your family forever. It's never worrying about money again. Money to fund your foundation, to actually make an impact. Money. And she can still play in the WNBA during the regular season. But the backlash will be fierce. Social media will ignite. Op-eds will swarm. Her progressive fan base will feel betrayed. Sponsors could panic. The WNBA might quietly lean on her to say no. This isn't just about basketball. It's a career-defining crossroads that will shape how Caitlin Clark is remembered. And here's why the timing is explosive. Caitlin just finished her rookie season. She's felt the WNBA grind, the punishing travel, the modest paychecks, and the stark truth that even as the league's biggest star, she earns less than NBA benchwarmers. She's seen veterans juggle second jobs just to make ends meet. She knows the economic reality of women's professional basketball. Project B offers a radical alternative. A league where top players are paid like top players, where the money reflects their value, where they aren't forced to settle for crumbs while male athletes in smaller sports earn 50 times more. The question isn't whether the offer is tempting, it's whether Caitlyn is ready to face the fallout of saying yes. Because once she signs, there's no turning back. She becomes the face of Saudi investment in women's sports, whether the world cheers or condemns her. And if she says no, Project B moves to the next target. They make the offer to Sophie Cunningham, Jewel Lloyd, or Alyssa Thomas. Someone will eventually say, the money's too good to refuse. And when that first domino falls, the entire landscape shifts overnight. So watch closely over the coming months. Watch for subtle hints, cryptic interviews, sudden social media silence. Notice when players stop revealing off-season plans, because something is brewing. Those Instagram follows aren't random. Those negotiations are very real. Women's basketball is about to face the same seismic financial upheaval that transformed men's golf. The only remaining question, who signs first, and how will the rest respond? Drop your predictions in the comments. Would you take the money if you were Caitlyn Clark? And hit subscribe, because when this announcement finally drops, we'll break down every angle.